Hello, welcome back to SportsKhabri, Curious Harry, arunfoot. Thank you so much for joining us again. We have a lot of things planned up for tonight's podcast. First is, of course, the ISL match between Mohun Bagan Super Giant and Bengaluru FC. Then our head coach is apparently getting an extension, which a lot of people have a lot of mixed opinions on. And of course, the much awaited match between India and Saudi Arabia. So let's start with the first topic in hand, which is the ISL match. Hiren, I'll start with you. Your first reaction on what happened today.
एज एक्सपेक्टेड आई थिंक एक्सपेक्टेड था कि दोनों ही टीम के बीच में क्लोज फाइट होगी एंड स्कोर लाइन से भी वो पता चलता है. इट लुक्स कि भाई बेंगलुरु ने मतलब 2 रेड कार्ड ले लिए, बुरा खेली होगी, लेकिन आई थिंक जो वो उसका गेम प्लान लेके जो आए थे साइमन ग्रेसन, आई थिंक वो कहीं ना कहीं सक्सेसफुल हुए हैं. आई थिंक फिनिशिंग उनकी अगर बेटर होती देन माइट बी, आई थिंक ये मैच ड्रॉ भी हो सकता था. जिस तरह से आप देखिए रोशन सिंह ने 2-3 बेहतरीन शॉट लिए थे. उसके अलावा अगर आप टोटल देखिए मैच में 10 शॉट उन्होंने लिए हैं, 4 शॉट ऑन टारगेट है. जबकि अगर आप मोहन बगान का देखिए 17 शॉट उन्होंने लिए हैं पूरे मैच में, सिर्फ एक ही शॉट ऑन टारगेट है एंड वो गोल था. तो दिस इज शोज कि मतलब आप स्टेट्स वाइज उठा के देखेंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि भाई नहीं, मोहन बगान सुपीरियर थी. 67% की तरह पोजीशन रखा था. लेकिन आई थिंक हमको पता है कि बेंगलुरु का जो गेम स्टाइल है वो उसी के साथ स्टिक किए थे इस मैच में एंड कहीं ना कहीं वो सक्सेसफुल भी हो गया था. मेरे को लगता है कि उन्होंने मतलब कामयाब रहे थे यहाँ पे क्या बोलते कि मोहन बगान की डिफेंसिव लाइन को ब्रेक डाउन करने में. लेकिन आई थिंक जो फाइनल फिनिशिंग है, फिर फाइनल शॉट है, वो आई थिंक कहीं ना कहीं मिसिंग था फ्रॉम बेंगलुरु साइड. Otherwise, I think this match will be end up in draw, I would say. And एक अच्छी फाइट हमें देखने को मिली, टेक्टिकल बैटल दोनों ही कोचेस की ओर से इस पूरे मैच में. एंड ड्रामा भी देखने को मिला, 2 रेड कार्ड दिए गए. आई थिंक उसके ऊपर हम आगे बात करेंगे कि क्या वो सही कॉल थे या नहीं. एंड ओवरऑल अ वेरी गुड मैच, आई वुड से. एंटरटेनिंग मैच, मेरे को तो मजा आया.
Before I go to Arunava, Hiren, can you quickly tell us what was the attendance like? Do you have any idea on that?
अटेंडेंस का मेरे को आइडिया नहीं है अभी. आई थिंक ऑफिस अभी आई थिंक सोशल मीडिया में आ जाएगा अभी थोड़ी देर में कितना अटेंडेंस है.
I would have said 25-30,000 looking around Solid
हाँ
Stadium.
बस उतना उसके अराउंड.
See, the problem in Kolkata is that an 8 p.m. kickoff is a little bit of a problem regarding getting home. If you are from the suburbs, now of course, Mohun Bagan as well as East Bengal have requested the authorities. So therefore, there is a metro running at 10:30 and at 10:40. Buses are traveling from all sides. But for example, where we have our house, there is no transport to that side of town. Now, I would reach around 11:30 somewhere close by, which is about 3 kilometers away, but I can't get home from there, right? So therefore, those kind of problems are there. And I know for television, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. is better. But for live attendances, it is an issue. And yeah, that's the just as a short, simple clarification on that. Akshata, you mute.
Arunava, your views on the match, and Rahul Rathore has requested that आप हिंदी में बोलें अगर.
Better not.
हिंदी में बोलेंगे.
Don't ask me to speak Hindi. I think this is not to your liking. Coming back, it's a mixed match because I think Mohun Bagan Super Giant played to a plan. I mean, you saw that Juan Fernando had a certain plan of trying to attack, trying to break down, and Simon Grayson had a very, I thought, ultra defensive approach. But weirdly, as Hiren has said, they had the better chances, especially Roshan. But one player who we wanted in after the Blasters match to start, who started, Javi Hernandez, had a terrible game. I thought Javi Hernandez was really bad. He couldn't control, playing weird passes. He was not really involved. Curtis Main looked good up front, I thought. He was trying to hold the ball, trying to create stuff. Bhutia in that position, in that chance where Rohit Kumar took that attempt. Actually, Vishal Kate put it out to the side, and you just have to try to get that ball goalwards. That will be a danger for the keeper, and he just whacks it somewhere. So therefore, I feel, and if you see the substitutions, 2 youngsters coming on, at the moment BFC to me look younger, weaker than last year. And you realize that BFC is missing one angle, and we'll speak about the gentleman a little later in our show because he's in China, and it's Sunil. You're missing that Sunil Chetri angle. And but again, Jovanovic at the back, solid. Roshan had a very, very good game, I felt. But you realized Suresh and Rohit Kumar as the destructive elements in such a game can be a problem for a team, and that is what actually literally happened right in that game. So I think that's the challenge that you have. That Grayson will now have with 2 red cards, and especially the Roshan red card will hurt. That we will speak about it later. I think that will hurt. But again, also Suresh, you're losing 2 of your key players, and that will be interesting to see.
Normally, like a situation when a red card is shown to a player, people start to debate, if it was a valid one. People start to judge the refereeing in the game. So, what are your views on the refereeing today?
For me, refereeing in today's match, I think there is another load in the refereeing. Rahul Gupta, I think today's referee. Referee में I think वही थे.
हरीश कुंडू था.
अच्छा, हरीश कुंडू थे. हाँ, हरीश कुंडू थे. लेकिन दोनों ही कॉल मेरे को मतलब सेकंड वाला चलो आप बोल सकते हैं कि सेकंड वाला में भी उतना वो कांटेक्ट नहीं था अगर आप उस तरह से देखें तो. लेकिन फर्स्ट वाला मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. उन्होंने जो सेकंड येलो दिया सुरेश वांगजाम को, उसमें ज्यादा रोशन सिंह की गलती थी रादर देन सुरेश वांगजाम. एंड वो काफी आई थिंक सॉफ्ट येलो मैं बोलूंगा जो सेकंड येलो उसने दिया. लेकिन ये भी होता है कि आप रिपीटेटिव मिस्टेक करते हो तो फिर रेफरी ये भी सोचता है कि अब नेक्स्ट मिस्टेक में मैं दे दूंगा, तो वो वाला भी एक रहता है यहाँ पे एंगल. सो दोनों रेड कार्ड में ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि एकदम अब फर्स्ट व्यू एंगल से आपको लगेगा कि भाई ये रेड होना चाहिए. सो उस सेंस में मेरे को तो मतलब पर्टिकुलरली फर्स्ट वाला मेरे को थोड़ा सा हार्श होगा. सेकंड वाला तो चलो आप 1-on-1 में चले गए थे एंड देयर इज नो अदर मैन, तो आई थिंक उन्होंने थोड़ा सा भी वहां पे भी मिनिमल आई वुड से कि फिजिकल कांटेक्ट था. एंड पेत्रादोस ने मतलब क्या बोलते कि उन्होंने जानबूझ के गिरे थे रादर देन क्या बोलते कि रोशन सिंह के धक्के से गिरे हो. तो दोनों ही मेरे को तो सॉफ्ट ही लगे थोड़े से रेड का. आई डोंट थिंक सो कि मतलब अगर नहीं देते तो उतना बड़ा कोई आई डोंट थिंक सो कि होता बवाल वाली चीज है.
Couldn't agree more. I think you saw it in the first half when Petratos went down against Rohit Kumar, and I think most of the people would have said that's a penalty. But you see, surely there is contact, but Petratos goes down very easily, and Petratos does tend to go down very easily. And I felt those 2 red cards. I mean, the first one, yeah, there is contact, but he's in a sort of a sandwich. The second one is there really contact? Because you see how Roshan reacts, and Roshan like, what did I do? So and Petratos
exactly.
goes down, and Petratos directly doing this, and it's I know as Hiren has said, I felt very, very soft on that side, very harsh on BFC. But again, Petratos provokes these kind of situations. I think Petratos was the main man for this team today, even though Hugo Bumo scored a brilliant goal. But Dimitri Petratos was the guy who was sort of creating most of the trouble for Bengaluru FC, and I don't want to be tonight in Simon Grayson's shoes because you've already lost 2 games. You're down 2 players. Interesting to see if by when Sunil and the guys get back, if Sunil is ready directly. Sunil will play if he's asked to play. And he will be forced most probably to play because Roshan is out in that position. It's too defensive to me. But again, Harvey didn't play well. I think Van Dorp looked better to me in the few minutes that he played. His chance, brilliant one, where he punted that ball. I think one of the buys actually of the ISL. But again, in that team, I don't know if Van Dorp will really what the situation is. And yeah, the bench of BFC. Again, I'm just looking through the bench once more. Didn't look impressive to me. So therefore,
looks inexperienced.
Very inexperienced because there are a lot of players who last season were playing with the reserve side. I see that people are asking about Halicharan. Halicharan was not in the squad, so therefore didn't play well. Ryan Williams looks average to me. Doesn't look anything special so far. I feel, I don't know what you guys think, but I've not felt that he is anything special at the moment.
मेरे को तो फर्स्ट गेम में भी वो बहुत ही वो मतलब लगा था, क्या बोलते कि एवरेज। फर्स्ट गेम में केरला ब्लास्टर के सामने भी मतलब उतना कुछ खास उसका इम्पैक्ट आया नहीं था।
And if I see Fanai wasn't used, maybe I don't know why. That would have been a player. It would have been interesting
to watch out for.
Monirul Molla. I don't know if Monirul Molla is yet an ISL player, to be very honest. Shiva Shakti needs time. He's totally lost his touch. And this is, again, we were talking about consistency. Harsh Patre also needs time. Very young, very talented midfielder. I feel I loved how he played at the Indian Arrows. So therefore, those kind of things, and otherwise there is nothing much left on the bench. So therefore, as someone says, I think yes, not only Sunil but also Rohit Danu need to come back. Will be interesting to see. And the next match is a very special one. Shine already has the badge behind him because BFC next take on East Bengal, and that is a ex versus current BFC coach match. So, and Shine, welcome. Good evening to the show as well.
Good evening. Very sorry, actually. Very sorry for being late. I was stuck. I just came back from Bhubaneswar from my work just at 9 o'clock today. Reached home. So very sorry for being late.
So you went on the wrong day to Bhubaneswar, no? You should have been tomorrow in Bhubaneswar.
No, I had some work. काम भी रहता है सर, अलग काम।
Okay, almost 70 plus people watching this. Please subscribe to all the 4 channels: SportsKhabri, Curious Harry, Indian Food and Football, and arunfoot. We are doing these lives every night after the ISL match. We are trying to also touch on other topics relevant to Indian football. All of us are trying to create other content beyond these lives on Indian football. So hoping that you support us and do give us your feedback also wherever you think that we can improve, or if there are any things, if any specific topics that you would like us to cover, and we'll try our best to do that. Sayan, did you watch the match? What are your views on what happened tonight?
Yes, I watched the game. I watched the game, and I predicted the win for Mohun Bagan day before yesterday when I was in a channel, and I was saying this, that Mohun Bagan has that edge in Kolkata. I think today again Mohun Bagan executed their plans properly, and I think BFC, what we have seen last season and this season, what we are seeing BFC, its team has not till now not settled down. It will take some time. It will 100% take some time. I thought many of the first team players were totally out of touch, as one of the kindly said, and I think they somehow miss what I think Sunil Shetty's presence in that camp. I think that's the impact of his being in the team. That is something different. That cannot be measured in that ways, but that has an impact, and that is clearly shown that his presence is something which makes the difference sometimes. So I think that is one of the part they are missing. I think Grayson's start is quite similar to how he started last season in ISL. If you remember, last season also they had a very shoddy start. Then again in the second half they somehow claw their back in. I think in 2023 when the league started again, they somehow creeped in. I think today Mohun Bagan were much more prepared. I think I would like to say a few players. I think when I was seeing Petratos play, I think we were not seeing much about Petratos, but once we are seeing him play right now, we are getting that feeling that Jason Cummings will take a back seat if he's playing like this. Everybody.
Jason Cummings today has a horrible game. 25 touches, 10 times he loses the ball.
But Hiren, the most important one, he set up the goal from Hugo Bomos, and that counts.
Exactly.
So therefore, again, Mohun Bagan had overall control, but I still no. But Shine, what do you think that looking at the attacking might of Mohun Bagan, shouldn't be it a worry for Mohun Bagan the way they played towards the end against 10 against 9? that they couldn't kill off the game?
Ideally, if you ask me, they should have killed off this game very easily because they were in the position of dominating this game. They were dominating that game, but somehow tactically, somewhere on the down, they actually didn't go for that final kill. I don't think they were very happy with the 3 points. I think they should have gone for more goals in that ways. And somehow BFC clawed their way back in the last few minutes. But one thing we have to admit, the win is a win. If you win by one goal, also it's a win, and you have to give the credit to them. And I think somehow I feel today the Mohun Bagan showed they had good class, and assist given by Jason Cummins. You correctly said he made that impact, but somehow I feel Jason Cummins has not come to that level. We were telling this at the signing of the season, but somehow I feel Jason Cummins has not come to that party. I think I see Petratos doing it much better than him. If you ask me in the field. So this is my take on the game. I think a few of the players who stood out today, I think I would like to name few. I think they, Petratos, Hugo Bumos with the goal. Thapa, I think if you have seen today's Thapa's role in the midfield, he was phenomenal in the game. I really like. आप लोगों को कैसा लगा थापा का गेम? हिरेन and Aunavoda and Akshata.
बिल्कुल
How do you find Thapa's
एग्री
run?
थापा लास्ट गेम में नहीं था पंजाब एफसी के सामने, एंड मिडफील्ड में हमने देखा था कि उस तरह से इम्पैक्ट मोहन बगान नहीं डाल पा रही थी. द बिगेस्ट स्ट्रेंथ फॉर मी आई थिंक जो क्या बोलते कि मोहन बगान के पास है कि उसके पास 2 लाइन ब्रेकिंग क्या बोलते कि मिडफील्डर्स है, सहल एंड ह्यूगो बुमो. आप देखिए जिस तरह से दोनों ऑपरेट करते हैं, आई थिंक दे इजीली कैन क्या बोलते कि मूव पास एनी मिडफील्ड लाइन ऑफ एनी आईएसएल टीम्स. सो दैट्स देयर बिगेस्ट स्ट्रेंथ. एंड फ्रंट लाइन में अगर आपके पास पेत्राडोस, जैसन किमिंग्स जैसे प्लेयर है तो इजीली आप चांस बना सकते हो. एक में जो चीज डिसअपॉइंट हुआ कि आज काफी ज्यादा मैंने देखा कि देयर सम ऑफ देयर प्लेयर्स आर ट्राइंग टू टेक शॉट फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड द बॉक्स, बट बहुत ही ज्यादा कि जहां से मतलब ऑलमोस्ट इट्स इम्पॉसिबल टू स्कोर टाइप सिचुएशन. लिस्टन कोलासो आई थिंक 2-3 times he done that. I think Anwar Ali also take a one shot, another 2-3 player also take a one shot outside. मतलब 30 यार्ड से आई थिंक शॉट ले रहे थे. तो वो एक थोड़ा सा मेरे को स्ट्रेंज लगा. आई थिंक मे बी वो ये टेक्टिक्स हो सकता है कि यहाँ पे उनको पता था कि जैसे सैमन ग्रेसन ने कल ही बोल दिया था कि हम तो डिफेंसिव ही जाने वाले हैं, हम ट्राई करेंगे कि क्लीन शीट रखने की, एंड उसमें अगर हमें चांस मिलते हैं तो फिर हम स्कोर करने का देखेंगे. वो उन्होंने क्लियरली कल बोला था, तो वो तो अपने प्लान पे स्टिक किए थे. एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक जॉन फर्नांडो ने ये इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया वो कि आप ट्राई कीजिए कि ज्यादा आउटसाइड बॉक्स से शॉट लीजिए, क्योंकि आई थिंक बॉक्स के अंदर तो हमने देखा है कि दामियानोविच एंड जोरानोविच वेरी ब्रिलियंट, आई वुड से बॉक्स के अंदर अच्छी डिफेंडिंग की है. सो आई थिंक मे बी दैट वुड बी द केस, बट ओवरऑल डेफिनेटली मोहन बगान वर सुपीरियर, उसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है.
Before I go to Arunavaga, guys, thank you so much to all of you who are commenting. And please know that we are reading all the comments. We might not be able to, put them on the screen, or we might not be able to reply to them ASAP. But we are reading the comments, and we are making sure that we are also including them in the points that we are answering to. So yes, so just wanted to put it out there that whatever you're writing is not getting missed. We are reading it. Yes, Arunavaga.
See, the interesting part is, as expected, Mohun Bagan had more of the ball. And as Hiren has said, they're finishing that they were not willing, again, that they have the players to go in one-on-ones, but they were rather trying to shoot from far out. And the goal came because they went close to the box and created that open space, and Hugo Bumos had that space to score.
Exactly.
And therefore, it's as I said, Thapa had a very good game. I like the runnings of Sahal. He looks a much better player than he was looking at the Blasters in the last few years. And but also you have to say that if BFC is more clinical with their finishing, BFC had more shots on target than Mohun Bagan. And that is something which should worry me as Juan Fernando, because a better team will not miss those chances. If you're playing a Mumbai, if you're playing a Goa, they will take their chances. So therefore, it's good for them because it reduces sort of the pressure. Because if it had ended in a draw, and even that chance that Damjanovic missed in injury time, and then of course that counter happened, and Roshan gets a red card. The discussion in Kolkata would have started.
फर्स्ट हाफ में सर अनिरुद्ध थापा ने गोल लाइन क्लियरेंस किया था. It was also clear. For me, I think काफी सारे लोगों को लगेगा कि मोहन बगान will dominate सारी चीजें. For me, it's a game plan wise and tactic wise. I think for me is a even match. क्योंकि जो बेंगलुरु का जो गेम प्लान था, मेरे को लगता है कि उन्होंने एग्जीक्यूट किया है. उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि वो एग्जीक्यूट करने में क्या बोलते कि फेल हुए. आई थिंक उनका गेम प्लान ही ये था. ये वो नहीं चाहते थे कि गोल ज्यादा रहे.
Hiren, two things. Finishing, BFC, and
BFC.
Javi Hernandez. If Javi Hernandez is up to what Javi Hernandez can play, it would have hurt Mohun Bagan. And that would have been interesting. If this team falls behind, do they panic or do they coolly play it till the end? So that is something which is the case, because towards the end, again, and that to me, if I'm in Juan Fernando's shoes, I'll be worried that against 10 or against 9, I'm not able to score a second. And Lord Becker is right. I mean, the finishing from both teams was actually bad. Because again, it's an interesting scenario, and therefore it will be interesting to see how both the coaches continue. I think Mohun Bagan has this rotational policy of trying to keep my flock happy, because again I've got those very, very good foreigners up front, but I've got also Hector Yuste, who's a solid centre back. He's a very, very solid centre back, typical Spaniard, no nonsense. So therefore, it's only the second game of the season, but again, you see the signs, the warning signs for BFC, and you see the potential signs that it could be a great season for Mohun Bagan. And yeah, let's see. I mean, it's an interesting game, and you see not only in this game, but you've seen in most of the games, the teams will need another month to settle down. Most of the teams are not settled. Most of the teams are not really ready. And this is something, despite all this extended preseason, Duran Cup and all, I sometimes even felt in this game, Mohun Bagan to me looked a little tired in times, because it's hot in Kolkata. It's humid in Kolkata. That's not the weather where you would like to play. And that way, while we were talking earlier about the spectators and about television, for footballers, it's also better to play at 8 o'clock than at 7:30 or at 6. So that's another factor maybe which is looked in. And then let's see what happens.
Yeah, we did acknowledge Roshan Singh, and we did talk about his performance. Again, a lot of comments coming, guys. We are reading all of it. Rahul Naresh, though he's not here, he's under the weather, so he's not here. But he's also leaving his comments, and he's a part of the chat, guys. So to all of you who are asking about
Rahul Naresh, today is a very painful day. Very painful day. In terms of the physical.
First point is get well soon, Rahul. No, he's not well, so all of us get well soon. Right.
And 96 people watching us, guys. Please subscribe to all the 4 channels, and thank you so much for being here. And as I said, that we'll be doing this every night. So hopefully you'll be with us along the entire season. So before we go to the next topic, if there's anything else the three of you think that we missed out on in tonight's match that we didn't discuss?
I think one thing we should say, attendance.
Attendance तो कर दिया ना discussion.
25-30,000 Sayan, would you think?
वही नहीं था शायद 22,000 रुपए होगा मेरे को पता नहीं I think 23,000 was 23,000, but being a weekday is not bad, huh? Being a weekday and a midweek.
I tried to explain it before you came on about the whole transport issue and coming and going. That is it.
But sir, यहाँ पे मैं ये समझ नहीं पा रहा हूँ, काफी सारे लोगों को अटेंडेंस कम क्यों लग रही है? I think ओडिशा वाले में 4,000 थी, तो उस दिन वेदर भी ऐसा था, लाइटनिंग था, तो समझ में आता है. फिर I think नॉर्थ ईस्ट मुंबई में 7,000 थी. फिर मोहन बगान का फर्स्ट में 27 थी, इसमें I think 20 प्लस है. आपके ईस्ट बंगाल वाले में शायद कितनी थी?
11,000.
Oh, okay, sorry.
कल छुट्टी भी है. By the way, कल छुट्टी भी है.
कल छुट्टी भी है. बट आई
So
थिंक
that can
अटेंडेंस
also
इज
factor.
मतलब अगर हम एवरेज 10-15 हजार की 10-15 हजार निकालते हैं तो बढ़िया. कल मैं बार्सिलोना का मैच देख रहा था, मेलोर्का में था, 19,000 अटेंडेंस थी वहां पे. मतलब वो स्टेडियम की
हाँ
कैपेसिटी उतनी है. तो
ना
मतलब आई थिंक एवरेज अटेंडेंस मेंटेन हो वो ज्यादा
No,
बेटर
no,
है रादर देन
no,
की
but Hiren,
ने-
तुम्हारा एक बात तो है ना, which is about the Kolkata clubs. You know, we talk about
yes.
हाँ
legacy, we talk
नहीं
about heritage.
हाँ
Those clubs at a
हाँ
66,000 seater stadium should be getting 50,000
हाँ
week in, week out. On Chance channel, we've had a lot of
हाँ
discussions on this, where I always take the Schalke example. Schalke fired their coach today. They are fourth from bottom in the second division, 61,000 coming week in, week out, right? So
हाँ
therefore,
हाँ
those, to me, those reasons again, and for me, the transport thing is a huge issue. It's a huge issue.
issue.
Yeah,
हाँ
But
huge issue.
otherwise,
Huge.
I would say these clubs should be getting 40,000-50,000 match in, match
हाँ
out at the Salt Lake Stadium. But it's not happening, right?
But
So therefore,
but Una, at least Mohun Bagan's attendance is better if you compare. If I
but
being
we're
a
in the
weekday,
20s. We are no. It doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter
हाँ
anywhere in the world if clubs are playing. Again, I was telling the other day the story, right? When the German clubs, the smaller German clubs, play European Cup, Frankfurt took over Barcelona, right? When they went there were more Frankfurt fans than Barca fans. Cologne went to Arsenal and took over the Emirates. Union Berlin had I don't know how many thousand fans at the Bernabeu last week.
no, I
So
admit.
therefore,
So in
that is
Indian,
look at the
Una,
following. We've got friends in Southeast Asia,
I
in
understand.
Indonesia, Thailand,
But
Malaysia.
considering the Indian football current condition, I think the way at least Mohun Bagan fans turnout is not bad. But if you see comparing with East Bengal, my club has a better poor attendance this season. Being a Monday, we had 11,000 attendance, so we have to give that credit to them. They have
but
somehow.
one of the factors
11,000
is
fans,
we
11,000 to me for these clubs, 11, 21, 23, 25, 30,000. Then I cannot give the clubs credit. Sorry. I
But
cannot.
Shine, I think one of the
I,
reasons can also be this, that last season, a lot of Mohun Bagan fans, because they were protesting, they missed out on the entire season altogether. So maybe they are like, since this season has just started, they just want to be out there and support the club. That can also be one of the reasons.
Akshata, I'm not saying it. It's been happening now. It's been happening for years. If you're playing in the Calcutta Maidans, the stadiums are full. If you go anywhere else, be it whatever size, how big or how small the stadium is, I have done commentary of matches of the I League where there were 5,000, 6,000 people in Kolani. And now people always say, sorry, it doesn't work. And Shushmit, I understand that Bonga thing and how to Bonga to get from A to B and all that stuff, but that is the same problem everywhere else. I mean, I tell you one story which I always love of this crazy Bayern Munich fan. In 2005, Bayern Munich, the B team, came to Kolkata and played the IFA Shield. The guy watched on a Friday, Bayern Munich B in Kolkata, watched the senior team in Stuttgart on a Saturday, and on a Sunday came back to Kolkata to watch the IFA Shield final. And he paid everything from his own pocket. Because the guy said he wanted to do the trip to India, but this guy has pre-COVID, I think over a 15-year period, has not missed a match of the first team, be it a Bundesliga match, European Cup match, German Cup match, or a friendly. So therefore, that's the reality.
Yeah, Kerala crowd, people are
only
mentioning
Kerala. Blasters are only
let's move on to India versus Saudi Arabia. That's the
but
big fish.
Before that, I want to ask one thing: that what has changed in the last couple of weeks? If you look at the pattern, right? We were not first going to the Asian Games, so our coach came up, asked everybody that please protest and let's go to the Asian Games. We protested, and then our team went to the Asian Games. And there are a lot of things about the players that were going, happened, etc., etc., etc. Again, things happened. Then there were stories out saying that that our head coach had hired an astrologer. All of a sudden, a Poya story also came up. Things were looking like there was a time where it was looking like he'll have to go, and now we are hearing that he might be given an extension. Firstly, what has changed? Because this entire past couple of weeks, just sound out of a book, sort of a thing. And what are your views? Do you think that the extension should be given? Do you think it's realistically happening?
I think ईशान भारद्वाज का कमेंट आई थिंक परफेक्टली उसको सम अप करता है. इट्स अ बिग बॉस हाउस.
I don't know what to say, because it is beyond common sense or logic of what has been happening over the last 1 year. And I've said it from the start. Again, give them time. Let's see what they do. We've gone from bad to worse to I don't know what level. I don't know at what level we are at the moment. You know, and I remember, and I go back to this example that we said in June, September, real test. How are you going to structure and organize? You screwed up. No accountability. They were praising themselves after, oh, you know what? We got a good team now for the Asian Games. That performance, and I put no blame on the boys, but this is a complete blame on the administration. And I mean, Akshata, you said it to me the other day when we were discussing this about the photo from Hong Kong of the players on the lounge. Yeah, I mean, what is happening? What am I trying to achieve? And this is not good for this whole scenario that that Hero has opted out. Hero's not only opted out of the ISL, Hero opted out of the whole package. You know, that is something that people don't understand.
And we've struggled to find a new sponsor, both in
there is no
football
sponsor
and the ISL. There's nobody.
There's no sponsor. And the person who's done the deal of Indigo, you know, is getting gali within the AFF because you didn't do this, you didn't that, and whatever was happening.
And more likely, it's a barter deal only, right?
It's mainly a barter deal, but again, it could have been a much bigger deal. So that's the problem that we have. And you know, it's insane. And this whole Bosnia thing, and now, you know, you see how stories are being planted in the media. People are falling for it.
But I don't understand why this Bosnia story is मतलब इतना ज्यादा इसको हवा दिया है. समझ में नहीं आया. मतलब इट्स अ नॉर्मल थिंग कि बोस्निया ने अपने कोच को सेक किया है. क्रोएशिया से ही बोस्निया निकला है, हमको पता है. तो ऑब्वियसली बात है कि वो अगर कोई नया कोच ढूंढ रहे हैं तो उसके र्यूमर में ईगो स्टीम का नाम आना बनता है. क्योंकि 3 महीने का
Bosnia has been created out of ex-Yugoslavia and mainly Serbia. So Croatia has been come out of that. But the point here is, with this whole Bosnia thing is can anyone or will anyone check with the Bosnian FA if actually an offer has been made?
तो वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ सर कि ये चेक कोई नहीं होगा. ये तो खुद ये लोग बोल रहे कि ये र्यूमर वहां की मीडिया में आ रहा है. तो र्यूमर तो आएगा ना कि यहाँ पे वो लोग यहाँ पे नए हेड कोच की तलाश कर रहे हैं. तो अभी वो देखेंगे तो उसमें ईगो स्टीमिक का 3 महीने का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बचा है. तो ऑब्वियसली बात है कि वो वहां का ही बंदा है, एक नाम है, तो ऑब्वियसली उसका नाम जुड़ेगा वहां पे.
Like what happens with Klopp. Germany के कोच को
हाँ जुड़ता ही. हाँ एग्जैक्टली
वैसे ही नाम है. Good team, na Akshata. So therefore, he has to come back to Germany, na, sooner or later. So yeah.
Yeah, but he though he's loyal to Liverpool, but still people say that, you know, Klopp is coming to Germany. He'll be the head coach. So I think it's similar.
After मेरे को bigger question is.
But Akshata, the offer was and has been there. So this is again with Bosnia is there might be no offer.
I think Sevo Milsovic is going to be the head coach.
Let us
let's not speculate these things. But something what I felt was I was quite when this came up, I thought it would be good for Indian football if he accepts that offer, and if he wants to leave. I think we are welcome to do so, because but I think we should not stop him, because if he's getting a better opportunity, when a good employee of yours leaves also, getting a better opportunity, you should leave him. And I think that's a very good gesture. I think AFF could have shown him, but But what I'm hearing down, they are going for extension. I don't think
सर
being a
बिगर
being
मेरे
being a
मेरे
World
लिए
Cup.
साइंदा
बोलो
मेरे लिए
बोलो
बिगर क्वेश्चन है आप अभी से सपने मत बांधो वो एक्शन कर रहे हैं वो तो सिर्फ र्यूमर है उसकी बात करने का
नहीं
कोई सेंस नहीं है अभी वो
मैं सपने नहीं मान रहा हूँ देखो ही इज अ वर्ल्ड कपर he has coached eight he had got 8 assignments before India where he did exceptionally well, average tenure of 11 months to 10 to 11 months. And after that, he came to India, where he has taken Indian football to the level that winning SAP championship makes me feel that we have qualified for the World Cup. Then after that, for Asian Games is the most important tournament for India in the September month, where where I think Kings Cup we played, and AFC Champions League Mumbai City is playing, and Mohun Bagan playing AFC Cup, Odisha playing AFC Cup is not so important, but Asian Games is very important. That also we have learned during this tenure. So you have to give that credit to him. And one thing I must admit, he has made me feel that he's an Indian now. He's always thinking I am an Indian and I will not leave this country, no matter what happens. But I remember, I think I seen any of the freedom fighters only can say like this. So much love, I don't think
बस
our fellow citizens also
बस
don't have
साइंदा
for it.
अगर उसके पर्सनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखे तो बोस्निया वाला ऑफर उसके लिए परफेक्ट हो सकता है मतलब इन द जॉब सेंस क्योंकि अपने
नहीं
घर
नहीं
के
मैं तो
पास रहने का मौका मिलेगा बेटर
That
टीम
is
मिलेगी
that
आपको
is the
फ्लाइट का
Hiren,
कोई इशू नहीं होगा
but Hiren,
Abhi, I
Hiren,
want
Bosnia will not pay you as much as India. वो मत भूल जाओ. Do
हाँ
you
वो
think
वो
Bosnia
एक
will pay
फैक्टर
as
है
much as AFF? No chance.
नो नो
but I want to bring back our attention to one thing that as I said in the beginning as well, that has happened is that there have been issues with his behavior. Of course, we are looking at how the team has changed and evolved under his regime. That's a different thing altogether. But when you're working in any organization, you have to adhere to certain norms, right? So
सिंपल
having
एक एक
please.
आप बोल रहे हैं प्रॉब्लम बोल रही है लेकिन एक चीज है कि जब खुद मैनेजमेंट को दिक्कत नहीं है तो हम फैंस के बोलने से प्रॉब्लम से क्या होगा जब जो लोग उसके साथ काम कर रहे हैं प्रेसिडेंट एंड सेक्रेटरी और उन सबको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है तो हमें मतलब हम बात करके क्या फायदा है उसका मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ
बट हिरेन मतलब ही उनको 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 कैसे कंट्रोल कर पाओगे ना उनका फुटबॉल
आप
पेडिग्री उनका फुटबॉल नॉलेज
मैं आपको गाली दे रहा हूँ आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है तो फिर अरुण सर क्यों बोल सकते हैं कि भाई ये तो गाली देता है तो आपको पसंद है तो फिर क्या दिक्कत है फिर
नहीं मैं तो वही
मेरा
बोल रहा
कहने का
हूँ
मतलब ये एएफएफ मैनेजमेंट को एक्सेप्टेड है
No.
कि वो चीज जो मीडिया में बोलते हैं वो सही है तो फिर हमें क्यों दिक्कत होनी चाहिए
नहीं अरे आप मेरा बात हिरेन आप समझ व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक इज दैट सी उनका फुटबॉल पेडिग्री बहुत बड़ा यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड वो तो आपको समझना है ना हिरेन और हमारे यहाँ पर जो भी फुटबॉल खेलते हैं उनको नहीं लगता इंडियन पीपल नोज फुटबॉल आपको तो पता होगा हाउ ही ट्रीट्स पीपल हाउ ही ट्रीट जर्नलिस्ट इन इंडिया तो आपको तो पता दिस आर थिंग्स है ना अगर आप उनसे मीठा बात नहीं करोगे आपको इंटरव्यू नहीं देंगे ये फैक्ट बात है बिकॉज देखो आपको इंटरव्यू लेने के लिए उनका लेवल में जाना पड़ेगा ना मतलब आपको भी थोड़ा फुटबॉल नॉलेज होना चाहिए बिकॉज उनको लगता है इंडियंस डोंट नो फुटबॉल मगर ही इज अ इंडियन को फुटबॉल नहीं पता बट ही इज अ इंडियन दैट
No, but
अच्छा
you have not touched on the main thing on this. You've not. I know, and people are asking. Shine is this is not sarcasm. He means it seriously. Um, there's one point. Igor Stimac is a distraction of the failures of the AFF. He's a distraction. To me, that's the main issue now. Because you have someone who he makes a complete fool of himself, but most people celebrate him.
yes that's the biggest problem in our country
So that is the reality. And where has our football come? And if we go back, a 39-year-old with penalties has to save us every time. भाई वो penalty मैं भी मार सकते हो. I can even all of us can score of that penalty now. So what have we become? Do I want an Igor Stimac or do I want someone with knowledge with an understanding of football like a Thomas Dennerby, who's doing his job? And they wanted to get rid of him. And unlike the Spanish, the Indian girls wanted to retain him, and that's why they had to retain him in the end. They actually wanted to appoint someone else. These are the questions that need to be asked to the federation. You need to send out tweets, ask him, tag these people, ask them questions. They are
वही
fooling
मेरा
the system.
मेरा भी सर वही क्वेश्चन है कि ये बोस्निया वाला चीज आया तब जाके ये प्रेसिडेंट ने बोला कि हमने तो मेल सेंड कर दिया है एक्सटेंशन का और हमें करने हैं, तो पहले क्यों नहीं बोला आपने? आप पहले ही सारी चीजें क्लियर नहीं करे। और आप अगर आपको ही पता है वर्ल्ड फुटबॉल में कैसे चलता है कि किसी का भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अगर रन आउट होने आया है, चाहे वो प्लेयर का हो या फिर कोच का हो, आपको अगर एक्सटेंड ही करना है तो आपको पहले क्लोज डाउन करना चाहिए। इतना वेट करोगे, ये तो अच्छा है कि चलो बोस्निया वाला र्यूमर है।
Because listen, Hiren, the coach, if we go back 3-4 weeks,
हाँ
was actually gone after the show cause letter, right? Now the point is that these guys, again, the questions, Asian Games questions are being raised by the government. I feel that people are starting to raise questions on Twitter as well, which was not there 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, or even let's say in July when we won the SAF Cup. People are asking questions. Because also we're seeing the ISL, right? Okay, the foreigners are better. Is the quality of football better in the first week of ISL? I don't think so. So these, where are we going? We're going nowhere. Vikram More is saying he asked a question on the youth league. Well, where is the youth league? That's the most important thing. You have tried to kill stuff which was being done by the previous AFF, good or bad. And the reality is, there will be stuff which is good. There will be things which are bad. So remove the bad things. So therefore, let's see what can be done. But this is not going to work. This is not going to work because we are in serious trouble at all fronts. And nobody is willing to stand up and fight for Indian football. The people in the EXCO, the people in that special committee, it's their bloody job to stand up and defend Indian football. And they're not doing that.
Yeah.
And that worries me.
We are living in scary times. I think
वो तो सर हमने वुमेन्स टीम के हेड कोच में जो फियास्को देखा, कोई बात किया उसका क्या कि टेक्निकल कमेटी ने किसी का नाम दिया है, उसको असिस्टेंट कोच से भी आपने हटा दिया, वो गोकुलम केरला के साथ कंटिन्यू कर लिया, एंड उसका कोई बात आप किया? कोई बात नहीं करता उसका। सबको लगता है वो तो नॉर्मल सी चीजें रहती है, तो होती रहती है।
That's the scary part, and again, I therefore call on all of you, follow these conversations that we are having on our platforms, be it on SportsKhabri, on Curious Harry, on Indian Food and Football, and on arunfoot, because we are not being paid by anyone to go somewhere and do a nice story. No, we are saying our opinions openly and honestly. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. So therefore,
it's very important to know about the matter. Please do not just believe anything that anybody is saying. Read what they're writing. Try to understand where that story is coming from, if it's genuine or not, and make your own opinion of it. We are not trying to preach anything to anybody here. We are just trying to say that please make your own opinion of things. Do not blindly follow anyone. That's the least we can do for Indian football right now, because we are living in trouble sometimes. The ISL started on 21st September. We are on 27th September today. There is no sponsor. Forget title sponsor. There's no sponsor. A lot of teams are also struggling with sponsors. We do not get any reports where the teams are
all teams are struggling.
No money.
All teams are struggling. Everyone is losing money. Yesterday in London, someone gave me some facts and figures of certain clubs which the clubs will not release, and the numbers are scary of what the people are losing. And I salute the owners of the Indian Super League clubs. I also salute Reliance of spending so much money. So therefore, that is something that a lot of people are forgetting, and that is also what a head coach has forgotten. The clubs are paying for the players. If the clubs don't pay the players, you can take XYZ.
And we also have to
वो
remember the
वो
clubs
तो
are not
वो तो
making any money, so it's
हाँ,
just
money
going in
exactly.
losses. There's no
वो
break
तो
even also.
And one last point here in. Who are
Hmm.
the main sponsors in not only Indian Super League, but in most sports leagues in India outside of cricket? It's a surrogate betting brands.
Brand.
It was very interesting that, for example, Mohun Bagan, for example, has switched in the season the brands. I don't know if you saw that. They're playing with the brand which was last season on the front of a shirt of East Bengal. It's not been even reported. So that is it's not easy. And being a football fan, it's a question of your team, your club, your country. You cannot only support it in success. You need to support it. When it fails, it's even more important. And true fans show themselves. Show themselves when a team is not winning or losing. That's why the most important thing is, that's why support. Again, why do I say the Schalke example? The 61,000 are turning up, and they might get relegated to the third tier. And I'm not talking about the big clubs. I remember fourth division opening game, Alemannia Aachen Wuppertal SV, 21,000 people in the stadium for a fourth division game, right?
Today India under 19 versus Nepal under 19 semi-final. Dasara Stadium. I think more than 10,000 people were there. I don't think so कि अगर वो वही सेम मैच अगर इंडिया में होता, I think उसके आधे भी लोग देखने जाते.
वही तो मैं बोल रहा था ना. और how Nepal played that game. You have seen the game how Nepal played.
While also we are on the topic, guys, please. Sorry, Harry.
नहीं continue कीजिए. Next topic.
No, I was saying that even like the surrogate betting
No,
brands,
see again, people are saying this is India, this is not Germany. Listen, it doesn't matter at what level, on what country. I take the Germany example because I live here. I can take the example of countries in Africa. I can take the examples of Brazil and Argentina. I can take examples of Central American countries, other parts of Asia. There are countries at war who are better than us. Look at Syria, Iraq. They're better than us. West African countries where you don't know who the government is at the moment. They're better than us. We are spending for the standard of football that we have. I think no one overspends more than us. Except, the Saudis do now, right? But we are very close to that for our standard of football. The Saudis at least are playing World Cup. The Saudis beat Argentina. So that is the point. We cannot say something and say, listen, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And you don't do it. Implementation is the most important thing. And you have to tell the people, honestly, if I want to develop something, I will need 10, 15, 20 years to develop something.
वही तो दिक्कत है सर. आप
there
ग्रास
is no
रूट में
shortcut.
करोगे कुछ काम तो आपका फोटो नहीं आएगा ना.
Also, guys, just want to also add that real money gaming industry is also sort of struggling. There's a lot of GST issue. So surrogate betting brands, fantasy sports platforms, they might withdraw themselves from all the sports that they are sponsoring. Dream 11 has also received a tax notice of 40,000 crore rupees. I wonder if they even made that revenue to get that kind of a tax notification. So anyway, so we'll also have to be. We need to know that whatever sponsorship we are getting from that will also go down, because these brands themselves are struggling and they might not exist in the upcoming months. So we need to really come forward and speak about things, and we really need to come forward and ask the right questions. Only that's the only way we as fans can support Indian football. There's no other way. 99 people listening to us, please subscribe to all the 4 channels, like, share, subscribe, and do let us know if there's anything that we can improve on, or if there are any topics that you want us to cover. Last topic for tonight, which is the clash between India and Saudi Arabia. Asian Games has been very dramatic so far, but thankfully our athletes got some rest before this match. I'll go to you, Sayan, first. What are your expectations of the match?
If you ask me, actually, it will be a very, very tough game. Saudi Arabia is a very good team. what we have seen them in Asian Games also, the standard they are playing, I think they will be. I think they would win it easily. I don't think much we can do. Much I think we can defend only, and we will be defending from the ball starts rolling on. It will be very tough. I think I correctly said we are trash. I will not say, but something. I think if we are able to keep them under 2-3 goals, I think that is a good job done by our team. I think we should be happy with that. And saying that also, India has not played so impressive game of football till now in Asian Games. I have at least not observed. Many people have observed, but I have not observed that. If you see last game, we were very lucky to get the single point against Myanmar. And I remember, there was a chance that Myanmar would have won that game. So that shows playing with 3-4 regular starting 11 players of your senior team. Then also you are not able to beat a 116th ranked Myanmar, who has not fielded a senior team player in the team. So what we are playing then, what we are saying that good. I think 2-3 goals in favor of Saudi Arabia. I think that is a. और ज़्यादा हो गया तो I don't know what will happen, but I think 2-3 goals is something Saudi will score tomorrow. They're better than us in any way. I see we have to accept few things, and Saudi is much better than us.
ज़्यादा हो गया तो the extension might be under threat.
No. One thing is I have to clear. Extension is there.
Extension तो होगा. अक्षत एक्सटेंशन विल बी देयर नो बिकॉज इतने कुछ बात होने के बाद भी एक्सटेंशन जब एएफएफ दे सकता है तो मेरे को लग रहा है
मेल तो भेज दिया उन्होंने.
No, actually they have become loving. I think people AFF have started loving our coach, and that's a good thing. This is something which we have to accept. Coach has got
harmony दोनों में अच्छी है. That's a good for upcoming tournament.
अच्छा है, चीज अच्छा भी है. It's good. Healthy relationship होना चाहिए.
It's I think it's a difficult game. And I don't know if the training sessions will have helped, but again, it also to some extent raises a question about the quality of the players, right? These are mainly ISL level footballers, and therefore, I hope we don't get too bad a result, but on the other side, a bad result might change certain opinions, and you see it's a lot opinionated, and I don't want to go down that road, but I feel maybe we'll have to swallow that and lose badly so that discussion starts, because that would be most probably in the best interest of Indian football, and I don't know, it's to some extent I'm losing interest in the national team, and that's a scary part for me, at least. That's something that I've been following all my life, somehow or the other, even pre-internet days, that they are taking it to this level, and I guess I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people who are feeling the same, and that is a scary part. That I don't know.
Hiren, you have been doing watch-alongs. You've been hearing live from people what they think of the matches. So, what?
एशियन गेम का आप कोई भी टॉपिक डिस्कस कर लीजिए, बात एक घूम फिर के एक ही जगह पे आ जाती है. वो मतलब जो हमने स्टार्ट में भी डिस्कस किया कि ये सारा चीजें क्यों हुआ, वो वहीं पे आ जाती है. कोई भी मैच उठा के देखिए, जो चाहे टीम अच्छा करे, कोई प्लेयर अच्छा करे ना अच्छा करे, सभी क्या बोलते मिला जुला के वहीं पे आ जाते हैं. मैच के बारे में तो आई थिंक मतलब कोई चांस नहीं. आज जैसे भी आज काफी सारे लोग लिस्ट शेयर करने लगे थे कि भाई जिक्सन सिंह आज जा रहा है होंगजाओ में टीम के साथ जुड़ने, जबकि वो तो मतलब आई थिंक पहले की लिस्ट है जो ओरिजिनली 22 में भेजी गई थी, उसमें उसका नाम था, तो उसी को वो उसी लिस्ट है. आई डोंट थिंक सो कि वो तो कोची में है अभी भी, तो कल कैसे जा रहा है. तो ये ऐसी न्यूज आ रही है कि भाई सऊदी से पहले बूस्ट मिल रहा है, ये मिल रहा है, समझ नहीं रहा मतलब क्या चल रहा है, क्या पता. बट टफ गेम विदाउट ए डाउट, एंड आई थिंक फेस सेविंग गेम होगा अगर हमारी तरफ से देखे तो. आई थिंक 1 और 2 गोल मार्जिन से हारे तो बढ़िया है, अदरवाइज तो मतलब आई थिंक चाइना के सामने भी जो मेरे को याद है कि सेकंड हाफ में हमने गलती की थी. आई थिंक अगर हम 1-1 से ड्रॉ थे, सेकंड हाफ में और ज्यादा हम क्या बोलते कि रिस्की फुटबॉल खेले थे, अदरवाइज वो 5-1 नहीं होता मेरे हिसाब से, चाहे भले ही आप एक दिन पहले पहुंचे हो, कुछ भी हो, आई थिंक 5-1 थ्रेशिंग नहीं होती। बट दैट्स द अदर थिंग, क्योंकि टैक्टिक्स की बात यहाँ पे ज्यादा होती नहीं है, मतलब उसको इस तरह से नकार दिया जाता है कि भाई प्रिपरेशन नहीं मिला है, इसलिए मतलब टैक्टिक्स का कोई रोल ही नहीं होता, चेंजेस का कोई रोल ही नहीं होता, वो मतलब सब लोग वो बैक स्टेज ही चले गई है पूरी डिस्कशन, उसके ऊपर बात करने का कोई मतलब है नहीं। एंड आई थिंक सऊदी वाले गेम में भी वही होगा, चाहे हम 2-1 से आ रहे, 3-1 से आ रहे, 4-1 से आ रहे, 5-1 से आ रहे, रीजन एक ही निकलेगा कि प्रिपरेशन का टाइम नहीं मिला था, स्कोर अच्छी नहीं मिली थी, दैट्स व्हाई वी लूज, सिंपल एज दैट। सो इसमें बात करने से कोई और ज्यादा मेरे को नहीं लगता कि फायदा होगा।
Guys, the match is tomorrow, and let's hope that some sort of miracle comes out and protects us. Even if we don't end up winning, we at least perform well. That's more important. I think that will leave
एग्जैक्टली,
all
बस
of
वही
us
वही
a
चाहिए
little
टीम
bit
से।
more. Yes. Also, Shaggy has mentioned.
Akshata's take has my favorite Bollywood dialogue. I think or 80s and 90s when we had this cliche dialogues in Bollywood films is आपको दवाओं की नहीं दुआओं की जरूरत
हमें पेनल्टीज की जरूरत है।
है।
आपको आपको क्या लगता है पेनल्टीज तक जाएगा गेम को?
मतलब
किसको किन नो चांस
आप तीनों से पूछ रहा हूँ, तीनों से पूछ रहा हूँ।
नहीं
नहीं नहीं 90
they were
हम लोग
technically far superior. They were under 21 team, but they
नहीं
were
बट
far superior. मोहम्मद मेरान, मोहम्मद ईसा, मतलब खोल के रख देंगे। आप वियतनाम का आप हाईलाइट देखिए उस मैच का, सिर्फ आपको पता लगेगा क्या किया था उन्होंने। बंदा हाफ लाइन से लेके जा रहा है बॉल सीधा फाइनल थर्ड में,
And that was a high
जो भी
quality
बीच में
game,
आया,
Saudi
हाई
versus
क्वालिटी,
Vietnam was
एग्जैक्टली हाई क्वालिटी गेम। And the most threatening part for me is they are very good in set pieces also. They have some really amazing players who can I think hurt us in the set pieces also. तो वहाँ पे भी कोई बचने का मौका नहीं है हमारे पास। So ऐसा नहीं होगा कि चाहे हम कितना भी कॉम्पैक्ट खेल रहे, क्योंकि काफी सारे लोगों को लग रहा है कि हम बैक 5 खेल ले, बैक 3 करके, मतलब कैसे भी करके, बट सेट पीसेस में आप नहीं बच पाओगे, सिंपल सी बात हो, चाहे आप
but
ओपन
your
प्ले में।
backline is also going to be it's in an immobile backline. If you are playing against, some people have been asking with Sandesh, with Lalcho Nunga, with Narendra, these are immobile defenders. The only one you have is Sana. So if they have to go into these 1-to-1 situations, they have to quick turns, it will be difficult. So it's going to be the mentality part which is important. When you concede an early goal, it could be a problem. So therefore, it's a problem in the sense, and it's let's see where this takes us, because it's this whole Asian Games, again, round of 16 on one side, great. On the other side, against Bangladesh and Myanmar, I think 159 and 160 in the world rankings in the men's game. If you don't do that, then what is the justification? And the second thing is, this whole tamasha could have been avoided. See, there's work, there's energy. You could have focused on other things which are more important. And the question is, again, this has been asked today again. When are the youth leagues starting? Does anybody know when the youth leagues, what age categories are going to be played? Does anybody know? Does anybody know when the Reliance Foundation Developmental League will start? We know nothing. Someone might come around and say, you know what, we're spending too much money. Let's kill the Reliance Foundation Development League. Why spend so much money? These are the real problems of Indian football, and this whole Asian Games tamasha, this whole tamasha around the head coach. That's the point. And,
For me,
if you ask the federation, if you ask people within the federation, they don't have answers.
For me, tomorrow's match as a fan चाहेंगे कि भाई मतलब अच्छा कर ले, but as a neutral अगर आप देखोगे तो there is no chance, simple as that. चाहे आप कितना भी मतलब दवा दुआ जो भी करो, वाली चीज है, क्योंकि एक एक चीज होती है ना कि आपके जेब में 10 रुपए है और बात आप लाखों रुपए की करते हो, उसमें फर्क है ना। आपकी प्रिपरेशन नहीं है, आपकी उस तरह की तैयारी नहीं है, वो सामने वाली टीम देखिए कितनी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड है। मोहम्मद मेरा रोनाल्डो के साथ ट्रेन करता है, आप उससे मतलब टेक ऑन कर रहे हो, कि उससे आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि क्या क्या लेवल की। फिर आपको सुनील छेत्री आ जाए, संदेश जिंगाना, तो कोई नहीं बचा सकता। सो वही वाला चीज है, बस 1% होप, 1% चांस, 99% होप, सिंपल एज दैट। देखते हैं अब क्या होता है कल का दिन।
And Hiren, you'll be doing a watch along, right, for the match?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल करेंगे।
So
सिंपैथी देने वाला भी कोई चाहिए।
you'll have to head to Hiren's channel tomorrow for the watch along. Before
Are you inviting an astrologer tomorrow for the watch along?
I already talked to one astrologer, and he told me all of these things. So,
but the name of the astrologer is not Sayan, right?
no, हमारे पास यहाँ पे लोकल लेवल पे है ना।
अच्छा, कोलकाता में एक है ना शायन, बहुत बहुत बड़ा एस्ट्रोलॉजर है ना, तो
उनकी बात तो भाई पत्थर की लकीर है।
उसका घर देखो ना, तुम तो समझ आ जाएगा ना कैसे चल रहा है ना।
हाँ, मन्नत।
अरे मेरा साइड बिजनेस के बारे में मत बोलिए लाइफ में।
अच्छा, sorry. No, but it's again,
okay, guys.
I mean, we've gone to a level of ridiculing the whole thing, right? And that is a level where things should not go. And it's we love football, we want it to succeed, but we are
in a toxic relationship with it.
Yeah, this has been said by a few people. Yeah, and it's I don't know.
दिल है कि मानता नहीं सर, दिल है कि मानता नहीं।
Yeah, it's a very toxic relationship, and again, I think no relationship that any of us could have could be as toxic as this one at the moment. So therefore, I don't know. It's the hope is the only thing that is left. But sometimes, then reality strikes, and let's see what reality strikes tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, guys, quickly want to say one thing that Sagar has been mentioning, which is the women's national team. Please support them. Sagar is also running his own platform on Twitter where he's putting everything out there for women's football. All things you need to know on Indian women's football is available.
हाँ, वो इंडियन वुमेन्स
football. The name is
करके जो,
authentic.
हाँ exactly.
वो सागर ही रन कर रहे हैं, right? So please support that platform also and follow it to stay up to date with what is happening in Indian women's football. And thank you everybody for joining us. 88 people watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and do let us know, as I've been saying, that whatever other things you think that we can bring to all of you. Before we end, quickly, I would like to take predictions for tomorrow's match.
That's the most important thing.
Yes, Siri. So it's most important. I'll start with you then.
My prediction is 3-1 victory to Saudi Arabia. थोड़ा मैंने न्यूट्रल भी रखा है और थोड़ा फैन का भी पार्ट आने दिया है. So एक गोल फैन की तरफ से, मेरी तरफ से, और 3 गोल एज ए न्यूट्रल.
So that was the neutral. So I want now the result prediction of Furious Harry now.
And Hiren also Odisha and Mumbai match.
Odisha Mumbai, I am seeing 2-1 victory to Mumbai City. 2-1 victory for Mumbai City. And Furious Harry का prediction अगर आपको सुनना है, then I am seeing 4-0 victory to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Sayan.
For the Mumbai game, I think it will be not easy. It will be not so easy for Mumbai, and I strongly believe that. And I think Odisha beating Odisha. I think Odisha can't lose this game. I think draw or Odisha win tomorrow. I don't think Odisha will lose a game tomorrow. And coming back to India's game, I would always put Saudi Arabia ahead. Saudi Arabia 3, India 0, and that is the best I'm expecting. So I think.
Arnava, before I come to you, I'll also add on one question that Akshay has asked about the.
It's under Reliance. It's organized and run by FSDL, which again is a developmental league under the ISL. but again, it involves the AFF and involves the state associations because it's grown quite substantially last season with regional competitions across India. So to say, as qualifiers for the final stage in Mumbai, and then of course the Premier League Next Gen Cup. So therefore, let's see what happens. That's that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, all of you. We will be back tomorrow night again with another live session where we will, of course, discuss.
अरुण सर ने prediction नहीं दिया क्या score line?
Sorry, no.
On a good day, we'll lose 3-0. On a bad day, I think 5 or 6.
Let's hope.
I think Saudi is that capable a team, and if they can get an early goal, that it could go or even if we stay in the game like against China, can we keep it together for 90 minutes? And that's my concern with the team. And on the Mumbai game, I do think that Mumbai will win either 2-1 or 3-2 something. I think it'll be I think rather a 3-2. I think it could be a high scoring game from both sides, and it'll be an entertaining game.
Somebody said that we should talk for 1 hour more. Guys, we are trying to do these lives every night. So we will be restricting ourselves to 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes. So that, like throughout the season, we have things to talk about and we do not end up talking about the same things. So we want to bring meaningful conversations and hopefully we'll be able to do that for all of you. Thank you so much once again for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow night and hope to see you all tomorrow again. Thank you so much, Hari, Sayan, and
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Good night.
Good night.